Everyone, and welcome to Top Comics to Pre-Order in a Flash. I'm Andy.
I'm Matt.
We're here with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is our really quick show where we show you some of the biggest and best books that you can pre-order by this weekend so you don't miss out on any of the comic goodness. We've got a really interesting show for you today with some pretty exciting books,
Yeah.
so let's get into it.
We're going to start with Batman Dark Age #1. This is going to be a 6-issue miniseries, and this is a retelling of Batman's origin, but it is set against the backdrop of actual historical events. So much like Superman Space Age that came out last year, this is going to do the same thing for Batman and his origin.
Next up, we've got Feral. If this looks familiar, it is by the same creative team that did Stray Dogs, but this time we're following three cats trying to make their way home in a woods that are full of feral, rabies-infested creatures. So this is going to be a rough one.
Next is Spider-Man Shadow of the Green Goblin #1. This is going to be a new miniseries written by J.M. DeMatteis. And this is going to revisit the -1 issue of the adjectiveless Spider-Man book from 1997. And it's going to tie up a plot thread about Norman Osborn's research assistant Nels Van Adder, because he was the first test subject for the Goblin formula, which transformed him into the Proto-Goblin.
And next up, we've got Dudley Datson, and this is a new book by Scott Snyder with art by Jamal Engel, and it's about a 15-year-old boy who has a penchant for inventions, and he gets his hand on a controller that controls time and space, but there's going to be some villains who want to get their hands on it as well. Sounds like a really fun, all-ages family thing from Scott Snyder.
Next is Immortal Thor #9. We don't normally get up as high as #9s on this show, but we wanted to talk about this one because this is leading up to the Roxxon Thor that's coming out in May. Thor goes to Roxxon to make war for the sake of the Earth itself, but his enemies there have already stolen something from him that was his alone. And they've crafted the foulest of weapons to do it. They're reshaping his history, basically, to change the public's perception of him.
Getting a hint of it there with that cover in the comic.
That's right.
Next up, we've got Local Man Bad Girls One Shot. So this is in the Local Man universe by Tim Seeley and Tony Fleecs, another Tony Fleecs comic on this one. And it is about the Local Man's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, Inga, who is now his sworn enemy. And this is a kind of homage to, they say, for fans of, but especially those that hate the bygone days of blood, blades, boobs, and bad girls of the 90s. So this is a fun, like, tongue-in-cheek kind of revisiting of those ideas in the Local Man universe.
Next is Under York #1. This is going to be a 6-issue miniseries, and this is about a girl named Allison Walker. She is a promising young painter in Manhattan, but she's also a witch, and she and her family belong to the world of Under York, which is a mysterious underground New York where 5 powerful clans of witches have reigned for centuries. So a nice new supernatural book for you.
Yeah, with Mirka and Dolpho working on it.
Yeah, that's right.
Next up, we've got Star Wars The High Republic Adventures Saber for Hire, returning to Ty York, kind of a fan favorite Jedi turn monster hunter. And she is in the area where the Jedi can't get to, the occlusion zone. So all the jobs that the Jedi would have done cleaning up the area, she's taking on for a lot of credits. But looks like some foes and friends from her past are going to be popping up.
And next is Monsters Are My Business, and Business is Bloody, although it doesn't have that subtitle, but that's how the solicitation said it. This is a new action horror comedy written by Cullen Bunn. It's about a guy named Tanner Grisham, and also a necromancer who wants him dead. You can see her on the cover there. And also a chainsaw-wielding koala named Cuddles. They are going to wage a bloody war against nightmares from beyond time and space. So this one looks really fun.
Next up, we got Street Fighter Masters Akuma versus Ryu, and this is really cool because it kind of feels like they're taking on what's the final fight between these, longtime rivals. And it says, and there'll only be one left standing when the dust clears. So who will finally come out on top? If you're a Street Fighter fan, you might want to check this out. And that is it for Top Comics to Pre-Order in a Flash. Thank you so much for watching. Head over to infinityflux.net right now where you can place your pre-orders for these so you don't miss out on them when they hit the shelves. And stay tuned for our show coming up on Friday. We'll be going over these and a lot of other comics, plus their variants, all that good stuff. to get your pre-orders in. So again, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, see
See ya.
ya.